Level 1, Second Lieutenant, the Cadet. You raise your right hand. You are commissioned. The Air Force Academy took 4 years, 10,000 applicants. You were one of 1,000 who made it through. They shaved your head on day 1. They taught you thermodynamics, fluid dynamics, military history, and how to take a punch, because they believe pilots need to know what it feels like to get hit. You woke at 05:30 every morning for 4 years. 20% of your class didn't make it. You graduated. You earned a pilot training slot. Only 30% of Academy graduates do. But a slot isn't a seat in a cockpit. Not yet. Level 2, Student Pilot. The Pipeline Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas. 52 weeks. You start in the T-6 Texan, a turboprop that looks like a toy. Your instructor has 3,000 flight hours. You have 0. He demonstrates a loop. Your stomach stays 2,000 feet above you. He hands you the controls. Your airplane. You pull back. The nose climbs. The stall horn blares. You've already made a mistake. Again, you fly every day for months. T6 to T38, supersonic now, formation flying, 300 feet above the ground, at 420 knots. 6 check rides. 2 failures means elimination. The washout rate is 15%. You pass. You reach drop night. Class ranking determines what you fly. Top performers take F-22s, F-35s. The room knows exactly where you rank the moment you read your assignment. You take the B-2, not because you wanted a 65-year-old bomber, because everyone in the bomber community knows one thing. The B-2 recruits from here. Level 3, Operational Pilot. The B-52 Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, January, -20 Fahrenheit. The B-52H was built in 1962. It is older than your parents. The engines are loud enough to cause permanent hearing damage if you stand too close without protection. You are the co-pilot. You sit in the right seat. You follow orders, monitor systems, and learn. You practice air refueling, 30 feet behind a KC-135 tanker, accepting 100,000 pounds of fuel while both aircraft fly through turbulence at 300 miles per hour. You practice nuclear surety, the 2-person concept. No single individual ever has unsupervised access to a nuclear weapon or its enabling codes. A no-lone zone. An armed guard at the weapon storage area. The rules are absolute. A single violation ends your career. You deploy to the Middle East. A ground controller radios your aircraft. Troops under fire. Danger close. Your navigator calculates the bomb run. The bay doors open. Ordnance falls. 30 seconds. Later, threat eliminated. Thanks for the save. You will carry that weight for the rest of your life. Not with regret, with weight. Level 4, the Candidate. The filter 60 packages submitted. 12 called for interview. 6 selected. Your record has to be spotless. 1 safety violation, disqualified. 1 failed check ride, disqualified. 1 security infraction, disqualified. A DUI, disqualified. A late credit card payment can disqualify you. Financial problems are a security risk when the aircraft carries nuclear weapons. Every 5 years, a lifestyle polygraph, foreign contacts, finances, substance use, everything. You fly to Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. The 509th Operations Group Commander is a colonel with 4,000 flight hours. He asks why you want to fly the B-2. You answer. Then he asks about your family. You have 2 daughters, ages 3 and 5. He asks if your wife understands what this means. B-2 missions can last 40 hours. Deployments, unknown duration. Your daughters will grow up with a father who is absent more than he is present. If you cannot accept this, withdraw now. You don't. Withdraw. 2 weeks later, your phone rings. 6 pilots selected. You are one of them. You call your wife. She cries. Not because she's happy. Level 5. IQT student. Spirit number 266 hours of academics. 30 exams. 46 simulator missions. Then 10 flights in the actual aircraft. The B-2's flight control system is quadruplex digital fly-by-wire. 0 mechanical backup. The radar absorbent material is hydrophilic. It absorbs water, bubbles, peels, degrades radar signature in rain. Every B-2 lives in a custom climate-controlled hangar, 250 feet wide, 55 feet high. There's exactly 1 B-2 base in the world, Whiteman AFB, Knob Noster, Missouri. You score below 85 on 1 exam. You retest. You pass with 96. Your first actual flight lasts 3.5 hours. You taxi the aircraft. The nose wheel steering is sensitive. You overcorrect twice. You reach the runway. You advance the throttles. 4 F118-GE-100 turbofans spool to full power. The aircraft weighs 336,500 pounds fully loaded. It does not leap. It builds speed methodically. At 140 knots, you rotate. You are flying a B-2 Spirit. After the flight, a senior officer hands you a card. On it, a number, sequential, permanent, never reused. Spirit number 1 was assigned July 17, 1989. Test pilot Bruce Hines, Plant 42, Palmdale. As of 2022, approximately 550 Spirit numbers have been assigned in the history of aviation. Fewer people have flown this aircraft than have been to space. Yours will only ever belong to you. Level 6, mission qualified, combat ready, your first nuclear surety sortie, continuous bomber presence rotation, Anderson Air Force Base, Guam. Mission planning starts 2 days prior. Crew rest, mandatory 12 hours, showtime, 4 hours before takeoff, intel brief, weather, pre-flight. Then you fly west over the Pacific for 44 hours. You refuel 3 times from KC-135 tankers positioned over international waters. You and your co-pilot alternate on the fold-down cot behind the cockpit. One flies, one sleeps, both required in seats for takeoff, refueling, weapons employment, and landing. Meals from a styrofoam cooler brought from home. Urination, piddle packs, plastic bags with gel absorbent. On the 2001 Afghanistan mission, crews calculated approximately 100 pounds of solidified waste bags by landing. Your radar cross-section is smaller than a hummingbird's. The S-400 Triumph has a 400-kilometer engagement range and claimed low observable detection capability. Your routing is designed specifically to avoid it. The aircraft cost $2.13 billion. Operating cost, $163,000 per flight hour. Maintenance ratio, 119 hours of groundwork for every 1 hour in the air. You land, you sleep 12 hours, you fly home. Total time away, 6 days. Your daughters are 7 and 9. They barely know you. Level 7, Aircraft Commander, the weight. The mission brief is classified Top Secret/SCI. You may not discuss it with anyone who does not have the same clearances. You take off at night. You fly 18 hours without landing. You refuel 3 times over international waters. You penetrate the target country's airspace at 40,000 feet. Their air defense network does not detect you. You reach the release point. The bomb bay doors open. 2 2,000-pound JDAMs fall. The doors close. You exit. 30 seconds later, the command and control facility ceases to exist. You land at Whiteman 34 hours after takeoff. You debrief for 2 hours with intelligence officers. Then you drive home. You walk through the front door. Your wife is making breakfast. Your daughters are eating cereal. Your youngest looks up, "Hi, Daddy." She goes back to her cereal. You sit at the table. You wonder whether the person who flew that mission 36 hours ago is the same person sitting in this kitchen. The answer changes, depending on the day. Level 8, Director of Operations. The desk, you fly 50 hours a year now, down from 150. The rest is meetings, evaluations, scheduling, readiness briefs. A captain in your squadron fails his second check ride. 2 failures in a major weapon system can end a career. You review his records. You authorize a 3rd attempt. He passes. 5 years later, he's one of the best aircraft commanders in the squadron. Another pilot leaves a classified document in his locked car overnight. The document was not compromised. The violation is minor. The B-2 program has 0 tolerance. You recommend removal. He's reassigned to KC-135s. He never speaks to you again. You carry both decisions. The fleet has 19 operational aircraft, all at 1 base, 1 runway, 1 county in rural Missouri. Mission capable rate, approximately 50%. At any given time, roughly half the fleet is unavailable. The 509th Operations Group Commander knows that a single coordinated strike on Whiteman AFB eliminates the entire stealth bomber fleet. Every program depot maintenance cycle, 470 days per aircraft. The weight isn't just the mission, it's knowing how few there are, how much each one costs, how long one takes to fix, and that they all live in the same place. Level 9, Wing Commander, the cycle. The B-21 Raider flew for the first time in 2023. It will begin replacing the B-2 around 2032. Sub-billion-dollar unit cost. No specialized climate-controlled hangar required. The pilots who earn Spirit numbers now are flying an aircraft approaching its final decade. You recommend next year's B-2 candidates. You read their packages, spotless records, family readiness confirmed, lifestyle polygraphs cleared. You were them once. You remember what you didn't know then. The 44-hour cockpit, the piddle packs, the daughters who grew up with a stranger at the breakfast table, the question you still can't fully answer about who you are when you walk through the front door. You don't put any of that in the selection memo. They'll learn. They always do. Somewhere in Texas, a second lieutenant is in a T6 for the first time. An instructor demonstrates a loop. His stomach stays 2,000 feet above him. The instructor hands him the controls. Your airplane. He pulls back, The stall horn blares. He's already made a mistake. Again. He doesn't know what comes after. He just knows he wants to fly. The cycle has no end. Only new beginnings at 50,000 feet in an aircraft no one can see.